I would love to help in some way. So if I don't know how far you've gotten or where you are, but if there's something that I can do to help, I would love to support that because I really love it here. And I can see where there's just so much misunderstanding. And so if there's something I can do, including, using the space at Hera Health Carlsbad that I own or anything else, so we can talk about that offline. In the meantime, what can we do to support you, Sean, and to support Sister Cities projects?
Well, first and foremost, as we all know, nonprofits, we're a 501(c)(3), so donations, number one. And that's first and foremost for me because I think people, even when we're talking about having these conversations and what people think about these types of conversations, I think our nonprofit struggles because of the type of nonprofit that we are and what we're trying to get people to understand, right? This is something that people look at as this is not important, right? Racism is, some people think there's no racism, right? So when we come along, I think people, when we look at lists of what philanthropy dollars go, social justice and things like ours are the last on the list, right? So I think that's number one, because I would love for our organization to be a sustainable organization that's able to have these conversations across the country all the time. And I think that's where we start to really put a dent in racism. So, of course, you know, uh, funding, donations, and I would say, other than that, I would just say I would make a plea, a serious plea for people to be courageous when they see a Sister Cities Project event, or even an event in your community. I think a lot of people say to themselves, I'm not going to go to that because it's going to be uncomfortable, like you said. And so I would just really, really like a heartfelt plea to people to understand that the power, right, of putting yourself in an uncomfortable situation, no matter how you feel about it, or no matter how you feel about it even coming out, but the power of putting yourself in that situation is transformative. And we've seen it over and over and over again. So my plea would just be, please, when we have events or people have events where we're talking about these really tough, uncomfortable conversations, people need to come out in droves. Because if you're sitting there thinking, what's wrong with America and what needs to happen, you need to get to a conversation that's going to help you understand something. That's what's going to change things. So I think for me, ultimately, those two things would be, those are the two things we would like to see.
Sean McClondon is the founder of Sister Cities Project in San Diego. He's also the recent author of Understanding Each Other, The Blueprint for a New America. Sean also has a vision for a new America that is around healthier communication, courage, um, compassion, both for other people and for ourselves as we navigate the torrential chaos that is going on inside us and also outside as we're navigating the world. I encourage you to support this organization if you have the ability to do so. If you can do it in a straightforward donation based way, that's amazing. Or even if there are resources or opportunities or things that you can do, any way that you can help to support this organization that is so deeply committed to helping us to get to a place where we think beyond racism, think beyond the things that separate us, and really lean into the areas where we can simply learn how to listen.